Tonight on SUTV News,
proponents of the LGBTQ+ rights rejoice at the latest legislative action in North Carolina.
We have all that and more right now. Thanks for joining us on SUTV News. I'm Ian Fitzgerald.
And I'm Zach Salzgiver. North Carolina voted to repeal House Bill 2 this morning. The law passed last year required people in government-run buildings to go to the bathroom matching the gender on their birth certificate.
For over a year now, House Bill 2 has been a dark cloud hanging over our great state. It has stained our reputation, it has discriminated against our people, and it has caused great economic harm in many of our communities.
The LGBTQ+ community sees this as a step forward, but many do not think the bill goes far enough to prevent discrimination. WSYC and The Slate newspaper celebrate their 60th anniversary. Avery Quinn has the story.
Members of WSYC and The Slate have been working for over a year to celebrate alumni of their organizations as they come back to campus.
So the difficult part has been trying to locate as many alumni as possible.
The anniversary celebration is 2 days with events like student media tours, guest DJs, a panel, and more.
It's a celebration, it's a time to have fun, but it's also, with our panel discussions, a time to look at journalism both on the radio and in newspapers.
The anniversary will be a time for the alumni to look back at their time as a part of student media at Shippensburg.
Best experiences are either in your clubs, your sororities, your radio station, your TV, that's where you spend a lot of time with people. So that kind of coming together and sharing stories, to me, is the most fun part of the whole thing.
One thing is for sure, the 60th anniversary is sure to bring back memories. SUTV News, I'm Avery Quinn.
The WSYC and Slate anniversary will start April 21st and end on April 22nd.
It's normal for college students to feel stressed now and then, but when it turns into worrying most of the day, every day, there may be more going on. Marina Barnett takes a look at what more going on may be.
I just had a panic attack.
College senior Kelsey Geyer captured an episode of her generalized anxiety disorder she's battled since high school.
Which I hate the word disorder, but that's what it's called.
Studying psychology at Juniata College helps her understand what's really happening to her body.
Because I actually know that it's not my fault. It's like actual chemical and structural imbalances in the brain, and I know that it's actually a physical problem and a mental problem.
This is what a brain without anxiety looks like. But a brain with anxiety is deficient in any of the following neurotransmitters: epinephrine, serotonin, GABA, or dopamine.
Diagnosed anxiety disorders disrupts life beyond panic attacks.
It can impact your relationships and how you relate to people.
Kelsey's boyfriend Dylan has a first-hand experience from Kelsey's struggle.
Sort of recognizing that, it doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. It's just a reflection of the inner turmoil is an important realization.
Kelsey tells her story hoping to help other students whose anxiety becomes debilitating.
Everyone has a burden, one way or another, whatever it may be, and this just happens to be mine, and it could be a lot worse. So I'm going to take what I have and try to help people that have something similar.
Students who struggle with anxiety should seek help to manage the disorder.
Maybe you're having trouble sleeping, eating, things like that. Definitely, I would say come and see someone.
Shippensburg University offers free counseling services to students through Eder Health Center. Marina Barnett, SUTV News.
Students can schedule an appointment with the Counseling Center by calling 717-477-1481. After 6 years of negotiations, the Fogelsonger Road walking bridge is finally installed. Joe Lutz has the story.
Bridge is up. Shippensburg now connects to the Cumberland Valley Rails to Trails pathway. The staff of the 11-mile trail hope it will bring the student community and town residents together.
I think as a way to bring together the town and the university in a way that it hasn't always been in the past. It's no secret that there are oftentimes tensions between towns and universities, and Shippensburg is no exception to that rule.
The bridge's installation opens up the options for the university's cross-country team to practice.
But now we have a wider variety of places we can meet for practice. We can meet maybe over at Eccles Field, over on Earl Street, closer to where a lot of the team lives, since the trail's expanding down to there.
The Rails to Trails Council is looking to bridge the community together, one bridge at a time. Joe Lutz, SUTV News.
The public unveiling of the bridge is April 23rd at the Race, Run, Ride, and Ramble event. Graduating seniors take on many challenges after moving their tassels in May.
Eric Davies joins us with more.
Likely for the first time, graduating seniors will be responsible for all of their bills and taxes. But college can also prepare you for the big change.
Dr. Paul Taylor is a professor of mathematics who has taken an interest in teaching students how to more effectively manage money. His course, Math Models Applied to Money, aims to sharpen practical math skills.
And the point of the class is to hopefully make the students be confident in their ability to do the math so that they won't be afraid. They'll do those computations ahead of time, and they'll make sure that they can afford whatever they're considering purchasing. Or if they get themselves into trouble where they have a lot of credit card debt, they can figure out for themselves how to get out of that situation by doing the computations.
But Taylor isn't the only professor on campus who helps. Dr. Fawn Liu is an associate professor in the finance department. She urges students to consider their finances more thoroughly.
So my suggestion to our senior students is probably want to pay off a bad debt as soon as possible if you can and make a payment plan. For example, we talk about student loan, right? So if our seniors do have student loan, so my suggestion would be like when you get your first job, probably want to set a plan how to repay your student loan on time.
Dr. Taylor's course addresses loans too.
You know, your monthly payments as you repay a loan, they depend on how much you borrowed and what the interest rate is, and the formulas that figure that out are pretty complicated. So that's the kind of thing that we work out in the class.
And the business department offers a 100-level personal finance class covering insurance, banking, and plans for retirement.
It's a 100-level class, so 3 credits, it's good and it's easy, but it will provide all the knowledge you need.
Students can use college credits now to ensure good credit in the future. Finance is always on the course schedule, but Dr. Taylor's class is only offered in the spring. If you have a question for Know Your Ship, leave a comment on our Facebook page or use the hashtag KnowYourShip.
You've heard of heart healthy greens, but a green healthy heart, that's a different story.
We'll have more on the heart-making discovery after the break. Families in Tokyo are in mourning after an avalanche takes multiple students' lives.
Here's Marshall with the World News.
Crews in Australia are beginning to clear debris in the wake of a massive cyclone. Cyclone Debbie battered northeastern Australia with heavy rains and wind gusts of up to 75 miles per hour. The Australian Bureau of Meteorology downgraded the cyclone to a tropical low, but are still warning residents to expect adverse conditions. Power provider Aragon Energy estimates more than 68,000 customers are without power. An avalanche struck a group of high school students taking ski lessons on slopes 125 miles north of Tokyo. Fire officials say 8 students are feared dead and 6 are injured. 32 students and teachers safely evacuated the slopes, but poor weather is hampering rescue efforts. A Brazilian federal judge sentenced former House Speaker Eduardo Cunha to 15 years in prison. Thursday's sentencing follows an investigation uncovering corruption at the state-controlled oil company Petrobras. Cunha is charged with corruption, money laundering, and tax evasion. The former speaker was found guilty of taking $1.5 million in bribes from Petrobras and has been in custody since October. And finally, scientists in Massachusetts made a discovery that even Popeye would be proud of. Researchers found a way to turn a spinach leaf into a working human heart muscle. The experiment used the leaf's network of veins in conjunction with human heart cells. Scientists are hopeful the discovery could one day help heart attack patients. That's it for this week's World News. I'm Marshall Keeley. Let's head back to the desk.
Everything from sports to world news, the Slate has it all.
Here's Jameson Barker with this week's Slate Preview.
Hi everyone. This week the Slate covers a lecture by Pennsylvania's Physician General, Colleges Against Cancer's Breast Cancer Awareness Dinner, and the Shippensburg University Band Spring Concert. We'll also recap the lacrosse team's week and offer our perspective on assisted suicide. Make sure to pick up the Slate Around Campus Tuesday, and don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on the web at theslateonline.com.
Coulrophobia is the fear of clowns.
And Bill Skarsgård is bringing that fear alive on the big screen.
Well, Zach, it seems like the warm weather finally has gotten here, but now we just have to look out for the rain.
Well, yeah, wet weather's on the way, so time to break out the rain jackets. Let's send it to Katie with this week's weather.
With March coming to an end, let's take a look at what April has in store. Tonight, overcast skies with possible showers and a low of 40. Tomorrow, rain showers throughout the day with a high of 51. In the 5-day, Saturday, cloudy skies with a high of 54. Sunday, partly cloudy with a high of 61. Monday, cloudy in the morning and showers in the evening with a high of 57 and a low of 46. Tuesday and Wednesday, expect showers with highs in the mid-60s. Have a safe and an exciting weekend. As always, go Raiders.
Taking a scary turn tonight. I'm Marina Barnett. Let's get started. A Power Ranger star is facing 6 years in prison. Ricardo Medina Jr. pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter earlier today. Medina Jr. admitted to using a sword to stab his roommate multiple times. The actor was best known for portraying the Red Power Ranger in the 2002 TV series Power Rangers Wild Force. Warner Brothers released the trailer for their newest movie, It. The movie is based on Stephen King's classic horror novel of the same name. The story follows 7 children as they are terrorized by a clown-like monster, portrayed by Bill Skarsgård. It will hit theaters on September 8th. A new sculpture is taking the world by storm. Sculptor David Bradley created a cheese statue of Beyoncé. The sculpture is modeled after Beyoncé's famous Instagram pregnancy announcement. Named after Brie cheese, Beyoncé took 28 hours and 5 blocks of cheddar cheese to complete. That's it for tonight's entertainment. Back to the desk.
When we come back in sports,
Ship Lacrosse welcomes back their biggest fan.
Stay tuned.
Saturday, the women's lacrosse team will host last year's Shippensburg Make-A-Wish recipient, 6-year-old Jay Dawson and his mother, Tiffany Dawson. At halftime, Tiffany will speak about Jay's experience and trip to Disney World through the foundation. The lacrosse team is seeking donations for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The team is selling game decorating stars for $1. The team looks to improve its record to 6-2 against IUP at Rob Sports Complex at 1. Shippensburg's football team had high hopes last season, but an injury to a star player put those dreams in jeopardy. Zach Salzgiver has the story.
Excitement surrounded Ryan Zapaticki heading into the 2016 season, coming off a rookie campaign with 32 touchdowns. He lived up to the hype early with Shippensburg's 3-1 start, but the ship came crashing down when its quarterback did.
This is devastating for me. Obviously, at that point in the season, it was right in the middle. Our team was doing well and everything, and for me, I think the hardest part was the feeling of letting my teammates down.
Zapaticki broke his right fibula in the team's 5th game against Lockheed, but Zapaticki didn't give up on the season.
I just wanted to get back as soon as I can. I was willing to put in the work every single day, do what I had to. Looked into a different couple things to try to get back a little bit quicker.
Zapaticki immediately put his focus on rehabbing his leg with the hope of making it back for the season finale.
He attacked it. I mean, he was doing his PT, he was following doctor's orders, and he was always getting treatment. He was doing everything he possibly could to get back on that field. And
he wasn't 100%, but just 5 weeks after breaking his leg, he took the field as QB1 in Shippensburg's season finale, throwing 3 touchdowns. It was another month before he felt completely healthy.
I probably wasn't at full strength until late December, maybe. That's when I was able to start working out and kind of picking it up in the off season.
Finally healthy, Zapaticki heads into another offseason full of expectations.
Oh, it's a great feeling. I mean, everybody's excited. The emotion in the locker room, it's really high right now. just everybody is excited and eager to get back at it.
Zapatiki and the Raiders will get that opportunity on Saturday, April 15th in the annual Red White. For SUTV Sports, I'm Zach Salzgiver.
You can watch the Raiders spring game live on SUTV Comcast Channel 21 and Campus Channel 82. Senior Jake Kennedy of the Shippensburg baseball team was named PSAC Hitter of the Week after last week's hitting performance, including 6 total home runs. The Raiders' first baseman went 12 for 26 last week with 6 home runs and 12 RBIs through 7 games. 3 of the 6 home runs came from Game 1 of last week's doubleheader against Chestnut Hill, making him the 3rd player in Shippensburg history to hit 3 home runs in a single game. Kennedy will look to extend his hitting streak to 10 straight games as they head to Westchester to take on the Golden Rams in a doubleheader this Sunday at 1. It's been 4 months since the Shippensburg football team suited up for a game, but it doesn't mean the team stops working.
Well, let me say one thing is we really don't have an off season here in this football family, whether it's players or coaches, because every day we're winning or losing a game on the way we're conducting ourselves, how hard we're working, what we're doing off the field.
Work on display during the Red-White Spring game on April 15th. SUTV will have live coverage of the game. Kickoff is at 11. That's it for sports. Let's head back to the desk.
That's it for SUTV News. I'm Ian Fitzgerald.
And I'm Zach Salzgiver. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram at SUTV News. And check out our website, SUTVnews.com.
We'll see you next time.